No, and all right. So actually, Amelia brought up to me and a couple others about, Canva. We haven't gone over it in a while, and I know that's true. I know we have some Canva trainings that have happened recently in Long and Foster and on the Success Path. So, and I also have them saved. So obviously, if you go into the Facebook group page, type in social media training, Canva training, those recordings will still be there, especially the basics. So I encourage you to do that as well. So what I'm going to do is try to take us first through Canva and then go to other apps and other apps you can use in conjunction with Canva. So if you see some of the things I produce, sometimes I'll produce a cover piece that, let me see if I can mute somebody's, get a little feedback here. I'll mute everybody. You can unmute yourselves. So I go into Canva, I'll make a piece, then I'll save it. And then I'll go use something like a social media piece that's either that's in conjunction with Instagram or TikTok or whatever else. And then I blend everything together. So there's a lot of features that are so easy to use in Canva, and many of them are in other things. Obviously, some things that Canva do, PowerPoint even does, but obviously it doesn't do as much as, say, Canva. Other, programs will remove, the background for you. There are programs that will create the QR codes. There's all those things, but Canva has many of these features right there, so that if you have a place where you have all your images, all your logos, all the pictures you've done of yourself, the previous properties that you've worked on, they're going to be in there. So you've got a lot to work with here, and especially it's going to be a bigger benefit to you and a little more organized, or it should be, than us, because we are doing many things for many different agents, whereas you would have your pictures, your properties, the information you want, the way you want it branded. If you like to use Long and Foster, Forbes logo, whatever, then you're going to have things that are already set up in that. Now, I know we also, another product we have is the iDesign. iDesign allows you to have certain things. You can dump in the address, the price, whatever, and create basically something that would be the same similar piece as a cover piece for a template for your property, your new listing, your open house, whatever. So let's get started. We're going to share the screen. All righty. Now, one product I'm not going over too much, but some of you still are using Ripple. After you use Ripple, has it changed? Have they made some new styles and things like that? I've got you're on mute, but you'd have to unmute.
Yeah, they're always changing it. I do like it. I guess I'm used to it. So I just have to just keep refreshing with Canva. I'm not real sure with it, but.
Yeah, because I just saw something actually come up on Instagram. So Instagram will send you a lot of like marketing products that are available and are updating. Let me see if I got this here. Again, before I jump into Canva, I know some of you are using Ripple, and I just wanted you to see. I mean, this is not the Ripple I used to know. So I thought that was kind of interesting that Ripple has tried to step it up. So basically you refresh the software, and those new images and those new fonts and everything, I guess, are coming into it now, right? So another product, very easy to use if you've never used it, and I'm not teaching it today though, is Ripple. I would think most of you have done some form of it. Just looks like I said, they've stepped it up a little bit. So let's go in straight into Canva now. Stuff. So I don't know if you saw this on the bottom of the thing I just sent out, right? Just for fun, I tried to make something real quick to show you 3 different things you can do. You can make a picture, you can remove the background of the image, Now, of course, I just put it up onto a laptop, and then you can make the product actually have a video embedded inside of a video. So that, again, I just wanted to show you the final outcome of something that you could do. You could always go in, change the backgrounds, change the fonts, and work on it. But I'll get you to the product of how to do something like this. If there's certain things you've seen and you say, hey, I want to know how to do XYZ, whether it's make a video, whatever else, and I'm not getting to that, then please remind me when we're in the middle of something. Or how did you make that image pop, or do something else? So let's go into the very beginning of the product, which would be the home page. All right. So when you start off, you can go right to the search area, and you have the ability to type in whatever you want. So if you see, the last thing I typed in was the word realtor. So if I type the word realtor in, you're going to see that you have all these different realtor type images that exist, right? So you don't even have to think. You could say, what do I want it to look like? What are the colors? Now, obviously, we have our brand images and brand colors and what have you, but it might make you think of something you want to do, right? So what does anybody know what this one would look like? This image, this dimensions, size, what would that be more suitable for it? No one? All right, well, more like Instagram Reels, right? So you can see the shape, how it is even longer than a portrait shape. Now you can see she took her image right there, right, and put it in. Now I can either go into an image area and get rid of her. Here's how I would get rid of her. Look, so this is one I haven't even worked on, right? So this is a picture, and say I want that picture, but I want to remove the background on it. Are you guys following me? So I've uploaded a photo into our area by just going to this upload. So if you see on the left, it says template, elements, upload, text, project, photos, okay? These photos are generic photos you can use, okay? These uploads are the photos you've used. And once you've used those photos, you can also save them into folders, okay? But right now, these are just, say, current photos we're practicing with, right? So I take this photo and I drag it to the other side. Now, when I go to edit image, it gives me one of the first ones that says background remover. See it? All I have to do is hit that button, and it starts removing it. Now, if you notice, it didn't like the white, right? So certain background removers, there's actually a little bit ones that are a little better than this one. But honestly, if I wanted to, I could go in, erase it. You see what I'm doing? Obviously, I would have to enlarge it so that I could make sure. I don't like to enlarge myself too much. I don't want to see myself about too close up. But and then you would have to do a little work. There are other products that are much better about that, but that just gives you an idea of what you can do, right? You can also change the brush size. So if you really had to get in there, right, and do a little work there, watch out you don't lose a finger, whatever.
Can you add text to that?
What's that?
Are you able to add text?
To this?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could add text right at this point, and you could save and just make that product, right? Now you see I got some more stuff here, right, that
Yeah.
I'm now adding. Now I'm going to shrink it back down. Now I could, if this chair was over there, right, I could actually have myself on the chair, standing there. Obviously, I don't want to be outside of the picture, right? I'm sitting, so well, I could be standing on a table. It depends what I'm doing, but anyway. So this could be a piano I'm standing at or by the fireplace, right? And here I am. Now I think it might even try to, whoops, let me go back. Now you see that it went back to full restoring of what I was doing. So if I go back, and then I would have to go back out of the image, but I don't even have to do that because I can go save this. One thing while I'm in the save area, if you ever make a mistake, say you created this beautiful piece and you love it, all you want to do is take 123 Main Street and change it to 123 Timonium Road, put the change of purchase price, change the bedroom size, whatever, and you messed it up. Now you go, I still needed that other one that I had. You can go back, see where this version is of history. It'll show you. Now, obviously, I just started working on this. It was 4 minutes ago. But if I was working on it 2 months ago, it would say, what version of this do you want? So that didn't exist initially. But what a product to now be able to go back. If you started working on something and you forgot to save it, you could go back to it, right? So let's go back to the home real quick. I'm going to see if I can get another one. It's moving a little slow. My apologies.
Are you able to use this on the app too? Because I have the Canva app on my phone.
Absolutely. And I brought in my iPhone to mirror it, but it is pretty much the same. I'll show you in a second, but hopefully I can get it to work. That's why I wish I had my other monitor with me. So here I am. I'm going to grab this. So you would actually save this transparent picture of yourself with the removed background if it was one you wanted to use often. And then you would just go to it in your files, right? You wouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now, but I just did it this morning just to give you an example. And I'll try to use another agent to show you the same thing. So I'm back in here. And now let's paste him in there. Let's see if he comes in. Where is he? There he is. All right. So I don't like the way he's turned. So let's turn him around. And now he's turned around standing there, right? And if I don't look like I'm the right dimension, height wise or whatever, I can just go like this and say, all right, now he looks like it makes more sense, as far as everything's concerned. And you can always push things behind. See that? The font was in the front. Now it's in the back just by making a right click on a mouse. And you can go front, back. You could even go further backwards if there was something else in front of you. So now if I hit save and I go, oops, that's not what I wanted to save. Remember what I said. You can go back to the version history, and now you can see there were 2 different ones, right? The other thing is when you go to file save, if it's something you like and it's a template you created, but you still want that one, make a copy of it. Now you hit make a copy of it. Now you're not going to mess up what you were already working on. So making a copy is very important. If there's something you've created, content you like, and see what it says, copy of neutral, modern, real estate, Instagram, whatever. Now you could just change it to guys, ugly, mug, and whatever, right? So, and there you go. Now it would have 2 different names and you would be able to save it, right? All right, let's go back again to the very beginning. So that if you don't know how to resize things, you don't know what the differences are between the Facebook post, the reels, the Facebook story size, the Instagrams, and TikTok, whatever. You don't have to think. You just go and look and see. There's Instagram stories. This video is video size, presentation video size, Instagram post, Facebook cover. So if you were trying to create something for your professional business page and you wanted a Facebook cover banner size, this one's telling you what's the best dimension so that you don't have to rework it and make it sloppy. It's actually going to be fitting perfectly for it. An Instagram reel, so you don't have to think about the Instagram reel. It's going to be what you need. So when you open it, if I'm moving too fast or losing people, please let me know. But here's examples. So you can look through here and say, obviously these aren't realtor examples, right? It looks like there's all kinds of self whatever stuff on here. But you can get an idea. If I wanted to, let me see if I can search for real estate. Okay, so this is a realtor one. I mean, it's not that fancy, but here we go, right? So it's a 5-second clip. Okay, if you look up at the top, it'll tell you what's going on here. Is it just an image or is it a video? The little arrows tell me it's a video. You can always change lengths of videos, right? But you can change everything about this. So if you had the property, you can change the property. Obviously, I wouldn't want this long one on here, right? That would be more of a townhouse one. So let's just steal a townhouse. Whoops, be able to spell it right, doesn't make help. Nope, there's no good townhouses here. So I would have to upload the image. And I'm sure there's one in there, but well, I have no townhomes on here right now, but let's go back to it. Anyway, I'm going to upload an image just so you can see it. Since JoJo's here, let's upload the JoJo image. And we're going to make her transparent as well, so you can see how that works. We'll take the beach away from her since she's stuck here in Baltimore right now, the Baltimore area. So, all right, did I hit the wrong one? All right. Oh, and by the way, look at this. Here's a video uploaded. I could just stick the video right in here. And if this was a property video you were walking through or whatever else, you could do the same thing and then replace the background and see how nicely it fits in there so that you can just now have the video right in there.
Sometimes you gotta pull up your big girl pants and
do what you gotta do, right? So actually I would have to make the length longer because that was part of the problem, right? But you see how that works. And then if I wanted to change the coloring and I wanted it to be our branded colors, I could go put in the red. Let's go here, change this. We could change the writing to white if we want it. Change the logo if we want it. Where's my logos? Logo. I passed by my logos. Did you see my logos? Let's see. Audio, style, text. So let's get a logo. Got all kinds of logos here. So now sometimes you could just go and embed right where it was, okay? Now again, this is just me doing quick examples of what you should be able to do with your, reels and what have you. And again, some of us are not making quick videos of the property. We're just taking pictures. I would start gathering different small pieces of video to use, especially if you want to start doing things like Instagram reel or what have you. So let's go back home one more time. Again, here is the home page where it says you might want to try is showing you, like I just showed you, the different types of setups you can have. If you are basically on Facebook and you're not on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, here's your Facebook landscape look, right? Here's your story look, okay? Here's a generic social media one. And again, this might be boring to some of you who are already, very much aware of this, but I'm just trying to give everybody an idea of what it looks like. I haven't even gotten to the adding pages or what have you, but I'm just trying to show you the basics. So again, you can go up in the top in this blue area and you can hit presentation. If you're trying to create a presentation, that might be, maybe you're trying to do your own little video versus using Moxie Present, whatever. You could go in here and create some type of presentation. That would be a lot of work, but maybe you're doing a first time home buyer seminar. You want to create something. Here's all your popular social media area ones to go into. Again, the one was recommended for me, but right here you can see it's going over it. The different ways to do videos. Gives you a whole section. Now that's getting into a little bit more complicated stuff for some of you, but give it a try. Here is invitations and things like that you can make, right? So print products. And I'm
What
not
about the website, Guy?
I'm not getting into the website today.
Okay.
I mean, we would be going over everybody's head right at that point. I don't think it's that complicated, but I'm just saying right now, I'm just trying to show a general idea of things. If you go into the left side of this, you'll see from the home page, you can go to templates. And then again, it'll give you all kinds of like holiday things up here and everything else. So if you're trying to do something real estate, but you also want some holiday backgrounds or whatever, you could go in there and utilize that. Inspired by your last designing. Look, they're already trying to get me. They know I'm in real estate. They're showing me all kinds of things I could do that might look cool for my, listings or for marketing of my business. But you see, you're going to need video content to do some of these, right? It's not going to just be pictures. Might even be drones if you're trying to do something. Now here's more of a, just a picture, cover, a post that you might be doing. So this says an Instagram post. So you go in, I'm not saying this is one that I love. I'm just picking it to show you. Then there could be other options. Maybe you pulled that and you kind of liked it. And then you go down here and you see something that was more your speed. So say I want to click this one and do an open house. So I want it to be more about a particular feature in the property versus the house or me or whatever. And here you go. If we upload a photo. I wish I would pick some properties that we could have really had fun with. So let's see. All right, there's the townhouse I was looking for earlier. So let's say I think this part of the house stands out, right? And this is what I want to use as my choice. So you see it didn't go right in. What I mean is it didn't go replace the background, but it could if I landed it right? So it could take it over. But if I can't make it, I can just go down to the bottom, hit replace background. And now this is the picture. Now the shading might not be right in the coloring. We might not be able to use white against the off-white color. So you could go and change each part of these, and it'll remind you where you were doing the colorings. So I don't know what coloring would be best for this. I'm not going to sit here and try to think that out, but maybe this will go good with the carpeting, like the little spots in the carpeting. I don't know. And then we would have to do a shading of this background. So we could take the picture and we could either go see where the top right is, where these little boxes are dark and they become lighter. That's the icon for transparency. You see that? Now, I don't know why someone would want to do this, but I'm just doing it for fun. Okay, there's pink. There's blue. But again, you could do whatever you want it. Here's gray. And all they're doing is taking an element box or whatever, right? So if I took this element box out of here and I wanted a circle element box, right? So I would go all right, where's my transparency now? There we go. Transparent. Whoops. I don't see the transparency popping up on this coloring. Let's see. No, it's doing transparency on that, but for some reason, maybe this box doesn't allow transparency, but I thought it did. All right. Text, if you don't like the style of the text and you think this is not the style for you, you can go in and get any kind of style texting pictures you want or type you want. You can go there and get something fancy and flashy, or you can go in and look down and it'll tell you what's recommended fonts, what you've recently used. So if I want this font instead, I can go in and it changes it. If I want this font instead, if I want to go change the colors, I can go in and change them. If I want to get something that's unique and I'm not finding the shade I want, I can go find that shade. Then I would get used to that, right? And that way you now have the shade that you need, okay? Or meaning you can go in, say, all right, I want that to match here. So now that's my shade. Now, of course, that's not why you would want that here, but I'm just giving you an example of what you can do. All right. So if I accidentally did all that and I didn't like what I was doing, I could go to version history and go back to its original. So if I save this, I guess because it's never been saved, I can't go back. But if I had it saved before, then I would be able to do it. So if I go back. Go back to the transparency. Now, if I want to add JoJo in here or whoever, I could go right here. Again, I showed you this in the beginning. edit the image, and remove the background. And again, there's many products out there that do it maybe better, whatever else, but this is all in one, product, right? So obviously you wouldn't want all that funk behind, but there you go to get an idea. Again, now let's see if I can go back to a version history. I guess that you have to get in and out to go back to it because it's not coming up. But that, trust me, it's there. Projects are things that you've worked on. Excuse me. So all your designs are going to be here. Things that you purchased are going to be here. Things that you've just recently worked on are going to be here. So the other place it's going to be is in your search bar, just like Googling. If you go in here and you put just listed, right? Say that's something you call whatever you worked on. First of all, you see there's the difference between template and project. By putting just listed, it's going to be the templates that Canva has, and they're already suggesting them right below here. See it? It's going to be the project. It's the project you worked on. So I don't even know what I'm looking at, so I just clicked on it. So that is the just listed product that we just worked on, right? Now we can start going back to it, fixing it, changing the property, what have you. And this one should have the different version histories. Yep. So it says 20 minutes go here, 17 minutes go here, and I haven't saved this one yet. All right. Audio. Obviously, audio is something you want to do when you have videos that you've created. So let's go to a video product. So if I go in here, type the word video, you're going to get video projects. So look, there is Jay, are you there? No. So clearly this is a video. And that's actually a good idea. So if you have, see where it says make a copy, that way I don't start messing with the original content. So if Jay's here, I don't know if there was a music in there. It looks like there might have been, or at least it was going to be. Then here you go. If you want to duplicate things, you just need to go and click on here, duplicate page. And sometimes I duplicate if I'm making videos, and I'll do the first one just for 0.1 second. So that way we know that's the cover of that movie, right? So that it doesn't change right away. And then I take the second page and I make the timing, the length of time I need. And now we see what this will do. I don't even know what I'll do. I guess this was something Tracy had made. So once you save it, you can say save as an MP4, and now it becomes a video. And notice it's also creating a link. This is a link you can share with anyone that can see what you've designed. You can also, and I'm segueing into this, you can create it as a template to let the other person start working on it from where you left off. So you don't have to be the only one working on a project. You can work on it and then share the design. Where someone can say, look, I liked what you had, but I want to make it for my other property or whatever. You can say, here, I'll send it to you, and then you can tweak it and make it the way you want to make it. So let's see. I don't even know what's going to be in here. So you can see there was no music to it, but that's the point. And then I guess she was going to try to make it have graphics or whatever. If you want to make it have graphics, you go here, type in the word balloons, and you can put any balloons in you want. So these balloons would be flying, right? If you want to make it sure that it sits into the thing, now you got balloons.
Can you show us how you can record yourself?
If you wanted to have this music to this, now again, you could have any balloons, you could make it about showing property, showing a home. And then, of course, you could put on top of it whatever you wanted, right? Now, this could be video you have created and uploaded. So instead of being in the video area, you would be in the upload area, right? And Jojo just asked about, can you show us how to make a video? So
No, I said, how can you record yourself? It says record yourself. Can I speak on that photo?
There was an option there. Record
Under
yourself.
upload files, it says record yourself.
okay,
Just-
yeah, so I don't do that because I like using other products, but yeah, it says it wants me to get access to the camera.
But when you go to upload, right in the beginning, uploads is on the left side, then you can record yourself.
So here I am. And I guess now it would want to record me, and it's recording. 3, 2, 1. Now I don't have it on the right camera, and that's why it's only got that there. So now we go here, save and edit. Now it should just have my voice and that little thing in the corner, right? Now I don't have it on the right. So you see how it works, right? Now that could be the full picture, or there I was just doing like almost like I would do Bomb or something else where I'm demonstrating, or even Zoom where I'm demonstrating a video and I just have myself in the corner, right? So that's what that's doing there. So I don't have a use for that. I don't think. Maybe I could one day, but I just record video and then upload it into the product. And what you can is, let me get this camera off now. How was my experience? It's trying to ask me. All right, let's delete this. Or I'll just get out. And then show you about a video. So sometimes I'll take a group of pictures and put them in here to do a video set with it, right? Again, this could be the template. I could even go back to see if there were any version histories of it. So it was auto-saved October 25th, right? So I don't know what the October 25th one looked like. But you see what I did? So the first one is 0.1 seconds, okay? That means that's the picture you want to see. That's its cover photo, okay? The second one lasts 5 seconds. Third one lasts whatever seconds. Let's see. So each one of them after that. Now I've got to move this. Hold on. Let's see. You can look at everything in this view, okay? So say you really messed up where you wanted the fireplace, right? So you can move it. The kitchen should have been first. You can move the kitchen, right? And then you can see what it looks like. So if you don't like the way you use the end card, you could change that as well. Now I'm going to give you an example. Let's go back to the other view. And we go back in. And now we'll upload.
569,499.
What's that? Oh, I thought someone. So maybe we're doing a group of our properties, right? You could go in here and put a group of pictures in there that you wanted, right? And then you would have to duplicate instead of redoing that again so that you make it exactly like you want it. Let's go in here. We'll change the pick color. I'm not saying that's a great color. I'm just showing you an example. So that we go in, we duplicate it. Notice it's duplicated. I've got the 0.1. Now I'm going to go and make this 5 seconds long. Then we have the other pictures. Then we set the time frames on those. Obviously, my background color is different, so I would have to go in and make sure that each one of those backgrounds were different. If I didn't like the music, I could even change where I start music. If I want to change the audio, go in.
Could you add your own audio?
I don't know if you can. I've never tried that. You could do it in many other products, but I don't know about this. So that's the audio version. Let me warn you though, that some products will not allow certain songs to be on. I think these are going to be basic. I don't know if Facebook's going to strip them or social media, whatever. I will tell you, if you try to do something in Instagram Reel and you try to save it to your camera, download it, and then try to upload it into another area that's not going to let you, it's going to say they're removing the audio, especially if you're using some copyrighted music. So I'm not going to get into all the copyright issues, but that's something to be aware of. Back again, here's the different wild text. But if you just need basic text, you would go in, you would add the text box. You would go in and create the style you want. You type whatever you want there. You can go in, change the font.
Can you also put your own logo? Just copy it if you have it saved.
Yep. So you can put the logo anywhere you want. So if you want that logo over here and you have a logo, you would go to your logo area.
Oh, so you have to upload it under the logo when you upload it.
No.
Oh.
It could be uploaded right in a very basic area, but that's an area where we save different places, so we have it saved there, okay? So it doesn't have to be saved there. It could simply be in the uploaded area. Here's the QR code area. I know some of you were interested in QR codes. There's many different places to go and get QR codes, but to generate a QR code, so let's go to, some people only think of QR codes being about a website or a landing page, but a QR code could do anything for you, right? So you can go into a QR code and try to get out of some of these. When I'm training, I open up a lot of boxes. So let's see, trying to get back. Okay, so when I go down and search, if you can't find QR code, by the way, if I get back out of it, you can search for the word QR code up at the top and it's going to help you find it. So if it's not your little list of top things you use, just type the word QR code. So I'm going to enter that YouTube video, hit generate the code, right? And does anybody want to go try to use their camera and see if they can make that video work?
It works.
Interesting because all sorts of agents do it differently. Some agents send an assistant,
So there you
some
go.
agents don't go.
So that's
Some
how
agents go for the
easy it
final
is to
meeting.
generate that code, okay? QR codes are being used differently these days. They were fashionable, then they went out of style. And now because people are getting more creative with how they're using them, they are becoming a little bit more popular again. So just another topic to know about. Here's one. Let's get out of here. And I could have taken those pictures and replaced every picture with a new listing, put the address in, and I have the video because I've saved the template of a way I wanted to, promote that property using Canva. So let's go back home, projects, templates. So in the template area again, you can go in there, like I said, and put anything you want. So if you put in open houses, now some of it might not be real estate related. Hopefully it will be. And you can put real estate or realtor, but you can see it gives you tons of ideas. Now, if I put open house, Instagram, let's see if it'll give me, or now you can see the Instagram style. Realtor, reels. We only got that one. Price reductions. Now, some of them are real estate, right? So again, just think about what you could use, what you could do with templates, change it up, change up the color styles. You can save your branding colors. Let's go back here. Go into a blank one. So I've gone over elements, I've gone over how to upload, I've gone over the text. One thing I didn't go over with the text is, so if I put that style, obviously, if you have something you've already written or you have the address, you could just paste it in and you wouldn't have to retype something. Let's go in here. Now you can go into effect. You can change all kinds of designs. You can make things glow. You can do whatever you want with certain things. Okay, so let's intensity of the effect. You can make curvature. You can do whatever you want. You can do background styles. That looks kind of weird, but you can even make that different. Let's go with something fancier, brighter color. Go put it on white background. Or oops. Now I can't even see it. So you can see you can do anything you want with these colors, backgrounds. You can give it multiple colors. So if you go down here, the document color. I mean, it's easy to use. The animation, when you're doing videos and stuff, if you want to do any animation, create on the way in, on the way out, how the speed you want to do it. So if I go like this, it starts off slow. If you say, you know what, animation's a little too much, just click it and it'll remove it. Try something different. Boom. Okay. That doesn't look like anything on a blank background, but you get the point. But you can put anything in it. If you wanted to make it some kind of emotional, like it's something about, not about property, but you want to find something that works because you're trying to do some other blast or something that you're trying to create, you can use some of these generic things in here. I've come up with all kinds of topics and it pretty much does it. So you type in the word holiday. So if you want some generic holiday stuff, it's there, right? Same thing with the video. That looks more like holiday, a lot of it. There you go. Here's a little Valentine's Day for you guys. But they have all kinds of things. I've found like good ocean background with waves. Some are going to look like the Caribbean. So obviously if you're selling something in Ocean City, be careful you don't pick the one that looks like it's from Aruba or whatever. But there are some interesting ones that are generic that you can absolutely use. And again, if it's a video you have, you're embedding it and now doing whatever you want with it, right? Anything I'm missing? Anybody wanted me to hit on with the Canva? Am I losing you guys? All right, so resizing again. You should do it right from the beginning if you're unfamiliar with how to know the sizes of everything. Because if you set something up completely, it may not resize as well. So if this was a reel and then I said I want to make it, for a presentation, it may not turn out right.
So I know you said that we can do it, but is it easy on the iPhone, or do you need to be on the computer until you figure it out?
The iPhone, if you're very good with apps, iPhone apps, then you will be fine. And again, let me see if it'll recognize my phone. I got the,
Because I just downloaded the app yesterday.
all right, let me
I've been
see.
trying to mess around.
Let me see if I can go
It's
to Canva.
probably easier on a computer. It's bigger.
It's
Yeah.
bigger on the computer, but you know what happens? A lot of agents these days put everything on their phone. So and you can go back and forth. Once you save it from the app from Canva, you can also go from your home app, from your mobile app thing that you worked on and then finish it up somewhere else. So that way you're already downloading it. Plus, it gives you a better idea of what it's going to look like mobile view. So a lot of people, you ever get that time where you're like, oh my God, the text is so small, right? Where they didn't think it through because they didn't look at it as to what it was going to look like desktop or mobile view. And that's important. So let me see if I can
It's
see.
it's not hard. I went to the home, I put realtor, a picture came up, and there's like a down arrow, and it gives me all these options like Facebook story, this, that.
Yeah, the ones that
Oh,
some of the things that are clunkier is you have to go back and get images. And so it says like template projects, shared, it does all that. But when you're going in, some of the things you can't actually work on until you're actually trying to do something physically on the actual product you're working on, which is a little bit different. And I don't know if I'm describing that and it makes sense. That's why I did want to, and I do think it's because I don't have this set up right, but I did want to show it to you from here.
or you could make it on the computer and then save it, and then you could post it during the day, like if you're out and about from your Canva app.
Yeah. So let's see. Trying to see if I can put it on here right now for you guys. Any other questions while I'm trying to see if I can make this happen? Again, I just wanted to go over that. A CapCut, let me go into PowerPoint and see if I can show you CapCut real quick. So as you know, a lot of you are seeing me use CapCut often. I don't know if I've saved it yet. Let me see, go back to my YouTube. I was trying to save it before I got on here. Nope, I didn't. So CapCut product is really neat. If you haven't set it up, go in here. And there's 4 or 5 other ones, and maybe I'll do little brief trainings on that and just post it. I hope you guys are going on to my trainings, my little trainings that I do on Facebook private group page, CapCut app. See if there's anything in here. Get out of my YouTube. So mine didn't upload for whatever reason. I have no idea what's going to stay here. I might have to actually cut it off if it's something bad, but let's see.
Hi everyone, I make a lot of TikTok videos on this second channel, and I figured I might as well make a small little tutorial on basically the basics of how to use CapCut. Now this is pretty much TikTok's, native video editor. So this is actually made by the same people who make TikTok, which is very, interesting. So you can go install it on Android or iOS. This is what the app looks like. I'll leave it in the description so you can download it. And what we can do is we can go ahead and open up this application like so. and it'll take us right here. Now, for a majority of you, you want to go ahead and create a new project. So you don't really have to tinker around too much. So what we can do is we can go and click up top and choose a new project. Now, what we want to do is we want to bring in the videos that we actually want to edit. So in this case, you probably already have videos or photos that you want to edit up or, bring into a TikTok video or some other video. In this case, I'll just choose my videos I made before, and I'll go ahead and choose a random video like this one. Some random video I made a long time ago for a Rubik's Cube and a grass, whatever it is. So once you find a video that you like, you can go ahead and bring it in. But you can also choose a video like this. You can also swipe down like so, and you can choose different videos that you want. So you can go and choose this specific video too. And now I have 2 videos brought in. Now, if you want more or less, you can just click them out and click them or delete them here. And once you have the videos that you want, all you have to do is click add. And now we are in the crazy spot. This is where a lot of things you could do. There are so many features built into this video editor, and I'll try my best to break down the best one. So up top, you have your X button, so you can go and exit out of this project. You have your video resolution button, which you shouldn't mess around too much. But if you actually choose it, you can see you can change the video resolution from 720p to 4K. If you don't know anything about this, then you don't have to worry about it. You shouldn't worry about it too much. Now at the top right, you'll have this little share button. Now this will allow us to actually export this video to our photo gallery or video gallery, where we can actually go and export this video up and port it over to TikTok or Instagram or wherever else we want it. In this case, we'll just, skip it. But those are 3 main buttons that you probably should get used to. Now here is where your video is going to be played constantly. So whenever you want to, click play, so here's the play button. If you ever want to play through your video, you'll basically be able to see the video here. And there's also some other cool things with this video too. Now down here, this is where you can see the duration or how long your video is, the play or stop button right here, the undo and redo button, as well as a button where you can go ahead and actually see the full screen of this video. So you can see if I click that, it takes me to the full screen portion of this video. It's actually pretty cool. If you want to get out of it, you can click here and you're back on the main page. Now here is where you can actually see the video or the photos itself. So if I go and start at the beginning, you can see I can actually move this around and I can actually skip through this whole entire video just like this. And I would recommend you to kind of go through here and kind of get used to kind of maneuvering through here. You can zoom in, you can zoom out just like this. Very basic process. And this plus button actually gives you the ability to add videos or add photos to the end of it. So let's say you didn't bring in all the videos that you wanted to in the beginning with. Well, you can go ahead and add more videos like this. If you want to, click add, and you can just keep bringing them. And you can see, just like how this is telling us, if you want, if you zoom out enough, you can actually go ahead and hold down on a video like this and bring it forward or ahead of other videos. So you can see I'm kind of moving it, that newer video that we just brought in.
That's very important. So a couple things you can do is you can move pictures, videos from one area to the other. So if all of a sudden you did a video of the exterior, front exterior, you did a video of the kitchen, a video of the foyer, then all of a sudden you said, oh man, when I uploaded them, I didn't do it in the order I wanted. Now you can take and move the picture of the main level, closer to the exterior picture, and move the pictures of the second floor over and move the backyard to wherever. Or if you did a drone picture and you wanted that to come in first, you could do that as well. So it really gives you the ability, and it can crop stuff. So if you don't want that video to last that long, or you want to change the speed, it gives you all that as well. And then it gives you the ability to do transitions.
So I can go ahead and drop that right there. And in the beginning, we still have the video that we just brought in. So that's pretty much the basics there. Now the bottom here is there's a lot going on. So each one of these things pretty much give us a little bit more customizability for the videos that we have. So this edit button will pretty much bring us the video editing capabilities that we normally have, to get into in a second. We click back, the audio button will actually allow us to bring in audio or take in audio from any other sources that we have. So we can actually search for audio, we can search for effects, or we can even do a voiceover within this too. So there's a lot of trends out there on TikTok where you do a voiceover, and this is where you can go ahead and do that straight from here, which is really cool. Now we can click back again. If we want to add text over these specific things, we can go and click text, and there's a lot of different options here. So we can do add text, we can do text features, all these other things too. For example, if we go and click add text, we can go and have text come up here, say hi, or something like that. We can go and click return. We can go and click accept. And you can see that it'll allow us to basically change the duration of the text as well. Now, this is very important because these are multi-layers. There are so many situations where you may add a filter or add text, and it's going to add another layer underneath it. So,
yeah, so when he's saying layers, so you've got the video, now you're putting text, you can put text with effect, you can put a GIF in there. I don't know if you've seen it where I threw the video of the Ravens player running into the end zone or things like that, you can overlay, they call it. You can take an overlay and remove the transparency just like you do in Canva and throw yourself into it, pointing, doing whatever. So here they're going through the property and now I'm putting a video embedding or overlaying of myself in it. And then that's why he's talking about the many different layers it'll give you. Again, you have to practice and play around with it a little bit. I would even do it. Don't even worry about real estate. Try it with something fun. Try it with your kids. Try it with something to do with the holidays and just get used to it. Throw some music in it. And then you'll have more questions to ask me. How did you make this happen? How did you do that? Can I add this to it? You could add GIFs. So if you go to the word sticker, where you see it on here, it has all these silly little stickers. But then it has just this add button and you can add the video. So when, I don't know if you guys saw the home inspection video I did yesterday that I put on the Facebook group page, but I needed a GIF that had the, home inspection stuff. So I saw all kinds of fun ones, but I just took one real quick. And you can actually overlay that even into your video. So in addition to the text coming in and out, in addition to all the effects coming in and out, you can throw GIFs and logos and whatever else into your thing. And this is just one. There's so many products just like CapCut, but it's just one that I've gotten used to using. I saved 3 or 4 other ones that I need to practice and check them out for you. So I've been looking at them.
So now you can increase or decrease the duration of this.
So let's go further down. See if he gets into that topic.
Which is really, really cool. So now let's say some of these videos have audio in the background and I actually don't want that audio there. What we can do instead is we can click on that video just like so. We can choose on volume and we can decrease the volume of that text all the way down, or the volume of that video.
So what happens is, say you had people talking in the background, say you were videotaping, like I was videotaping the Thanksgiving party. I could have deleted the audio at the point of having it on my phone. As you know, if you go to edit, you can trim it, you can hit the little top left button and it'll remove the mute. So you don't have to do it at this point. But in these things, as well as other featured apps like this, you can either reduce the audio very low, or you can turn it down to nothing and then just overlay it with whatever you want to say, either music or a voice overlay.
So now you won't be able to hear that video and you can do a voiceover or add some audio.
There
over
it
it.
goes.
And now let's say, hey, I like this video, but I don't want this whole entire long video at the end. Let's say I'm done with this video and I don't need this video either. What we can do is we can click on the video just like I did and scroll to the bottom and we can click on this delete button, which is right here. Scroll and click on delete and it'll go and delete that video. And we can do the same thing here. I don't want this video here. I can click delete. And now we only have these videos that I wanted from the beginning with. Now you can see it's telling us to add a transition. Well, we can go ahead and add transition clips between these two. So we can do is we can click on the little add transition button. We can go and choose it like this, and we can choose a different transition if we want to. So
transitions and video effects give you the ability, I don't know if you realize, when you're doing videos and you're blending all these videos together so that it transitions, so it doesn't look like this video doing one thing and the next thing you're in another room and it never transitioned, right? So either fading in, fading out, zooming in, zooming out. Some of you might have seen I put some 3D effects on the Christmas tree trimming day where I made it 3-dimensional. It just kind of changed the effect a little bit. So there's 3 different ways to make transitions work on CapCut. So that's a pretty good feature as well.
This is Lumen.
And now they're trying to give us an advertisement. So I don't want that. So anything else to talk about with any of this? When you save these CapCut videos or use these other apps, again, now you've got them. You can either upload them into Instagram, whatever. I know one thing he didn't hit yet. CapCut gives you the ability to make the dimension sizes. The same conversation we had in Canva, where we were talking about, please make sure that you know what you're trying to get yourself into as far as sizes. So if you want an Instagram story, it's going to give you the dimension like that. If you want a presentation, it's going to give you the dimension like that. So what will happen is if you make a Facebook post dimension or a presentation dimension, and now you're trying to put it onto your Instagram or your reel or a story, Facebook story, you're gonna have black on the top and bottom. So I don't know if you saw, I had a mix of pictures that I added and did a video last week. And what I did was I changed the background. So I put little holiday backgrounds behind the ones that didn't fill up the whole area. So that's a way to think. If all of a sudden you weren't thinking right and you were taking pictures and videos this way, and then you were taking pictures and videos this way, you follow what I'm saying? Portrait, landscape. Now you got a hodgepodge, but you don't want to give up that, or you don't want to crop it into such a dimension that you've lost some good content on that video or picture. So if that's the case, then you got to come up with a consistent background. So when it's transitioning, it doesn't look that bad. All right, I might be going a little too far here with this, but any more before I get off? All right, so that was just basics. And again, I think I will try to do some of the other things for you guys. If you have one-on-one type questions, meet with me. I can sit here with you, help you do a video, give you an idea, help you with pictures with transparency so that you can use them in other topics or other social media pieces. So have a prosperous day. And don't forget, I'll see everybody Thursday at the party. Take care.